Hello, everybody. This is Paige. I'm here at the Horizon Art School, and today is Climate Friday. We're going to, first of all, it still looks like autumn here, so let's quick make it winter. And then I wanted to create an element. The element that I'm going to be focusing on today in this how-to world building session is fire. So today I invite you to join me in creating fire. If you're in Facebook Horizon, go ahead, join me in this world. Come along. Or if you're watching live, you can doodle fire with markers or paint, or use your iPad to draw it, or just join us by watching. There's lots of ways to participate with our activities if you are a Horizon user or not. We're happy to be together. So now I'm going to hop in to builder mode, and I'm going to start to add some snow into our environment. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to cross-post this live stream in a couple of groups. So go grab some markers and some paper, or put on your headsets and join me at the Horizon Art School. And we will get into world building in 1 minute. All right, super. So I'm grabbing my phone right now, and I'm simply going to my own page, and let's see if my live is there. No, my live stream isn't live streaming. So that's a little, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my OBS software and just sort of peek, make sure things are working as they should. All right, well, it says I'm streaming, so I'm going to go ahead and continue streaming, and in a few minutes check back again to cross post. All right, into builder mode. You can see that the school and our environment are in autumn, especially in this little treed grove where we have our fallen leaves. Let's go into our building menu, open it up, and go into our color selector. We're gonna just make some nice fresh white snow, and not everywhere. I'm going to start off with just some snow on these trees. Yeah, we're just kind of covering a little bit of the green, and let's put a little snow on some of these mountains. And instead of creating snow all over the ground, let's just make a couple of patches of snow. Some snowy mounds. We definitely have some snow here. And over here. Wonderful. And some snow in our back area. Okay. Oh yeah, this is already much snowier. I'm going to lower some of the snow or create some variance of visuals here. Let's see now if we have a gradation of whites, and now we do. That feels a little better. That really does look like a mound of snow. And let's make our greens a little more winter green. Oops. Yeah. See how easy it is to change our environment. Oh yeah. Let's make these a little more winter green. And add some snow. Okay, yes. Now we're in a winter wonderland. And those leaves could be snowflakes, but we are just going to step right into our builder time and focus on the element of fire. And let's pop back into builder mode and do that. I'm checking my feed again real quick to be able to share this. And it's still not registering, so hopefully this video is live and being shared. Okay, builder mode. We're going to build some fire. And wait, actually before I build fire, I'm going to save the world as it is in winter. Publish update. And now we're able to go forward a little bit. And I'm going to just build some, I'm going to go out of our world for a little bit and build an open space. And I selected a shape. I'm able to stretch it, modify it in any direction, and paint my shape. I have solid, plastic, metal, and glow. I'm going to go with, let's see, this is a metal. And now I'm going to duplicate. Here's my duplication tool. Boop. And this one I'll paint glow. In fact, let's duplicate it 2 more times and show you solid and plastic. So now we have the properties of each. We have metal, glow, solid, and plastic. Plastic gets kind of this nice little shine on it. And we're able to change our colors. Give this a little solid. There we are. And if I want to group together my colors, my shapes, I'm able to do this by selecting them all and grouping them together. Now fire flickers, right? So let's animate our grouped object. We're able to open up our property panels, select animate, move our fire around a little bit, and oh wait, record, move our fire around a little bit, and stop. We are able to loop it continually and play it on start. Yeah. It's a flickering fire. And we're even able to change the speed. So what if that was 0.6? It's a little random, but it slows it down. Let's duplicate. And this one currently has the same animation, but why don't we change it? Let's do a new recording. And this one kind of enlarges and shrinks a little bit. And we stop. And instead of continually, we'll do this one back and forth and change the speed. How about 0.3, just to be random. Oops, 0.3, return. Okay, let's put our two fire groups together and see what happens when they're near each other. Is this looking more like fire? It is. Now what would happen if I group them both and duplicate? Excuse me. Twist a little bit of the fire around to a different direction. Yeah. So now we have a growing fire. And that's nice. Lately, you know, I live somewhere where it's really cold. Oh, each one of these needs to be activated. Let me just make sure they're going. Stop. Loop it. Speed. 0.7, that one will be a faster one. Starting on start. So who's moving now? 1, 2, 3, you move. Okay, just this last one needs a little animation or activation. Okay, they're all moving. Okay, let's bring our fire down into our world. Oh, wait, no, not yet. Let's add something. Okay, we animated it. Now let's add a particle effect. Let's add some sparks. So we want to add some looping sparks that also play on start. And we'll just add a couple there. And let's make... I have an idea. Let's make our spark sort of drift up a little bit. So our sparks animate too. Are we able to do that? If we attach it to something that is invisible, we can. So let's make this block invisible. And we'll connect our two. And now let's animate our grouped object. We'll bring it over We're gonna do this. Record. Stop. And that's going to loop and play on start. And let's add a couple of these. We're going to select them all, and we're not going to group them, but we're going to take the entire group and set it down. Let's see how it looks. Oh, yeah, that is like a raging fire. Holy moly. Okay. We can create some ways now for this fire maybe to be interactive. What if we stepped on a certain spot and the fire grew? Or what if we picked up a hose and the fire went away? I'm excited by both ideas. So, okay, let's do them both. So that's our fire. And what we're going to do is, let's go out here. We're going to go into our gizmos. We're going to grab a script, a trigger, script, a trigger, and our shape. A shape for someone to stand on. This is kind of the icy spot. And when, let's open up our script, and we're going to take out when the world is started, but when trigger is entered by player, we're gonna show an object, and that's gonna be showing more fire. Let's quick build another little piece of fire, just an independent piece of some independent fire. Okay, so this will be our fire that pops up. There we go, just so it looks bigger. Fire. And when the world starts, though, when the world starts, we're not going to be able to see it. But when we walk into the trigger, we're going to show it. And then when we leave the trigger, we'll hide it. Okay, and we need to tell them what it is. So we're creating a new variable, and that variable is an object, and it's called fire, right? Let's return. We're going to add the fire here. Hide and show fire. Now, opening up our property panel on our trigger and connecting it to script 8. And our fire, opening it up, attaching it to script 8. And now let's, oh, and this should have a little animation. Let's do that before we stop. Loop it back and forth. It's not going to play on start because it's actually playing on our script. And we can slow it down a little so it feels like the rest. Alright. So, good. And attaching script. Fire to our trigger, and to our trigger to our fire. And our trigger's going to sit over our little icy patch. Like this. Okay, now let's bring it all. And I wonder if this needs to actually start. Invisible. So this will be an experiment. Let's bring it all over. And will we have more fire here? Let's make our ice patch smaller. And our trigger actually relative to the size. Okay. If this is successful, we'll see fire. And yes, there it is. Hip hip hooray! We made fire grow. And disappear. But wait, we were going to make it disappear with a hose, right? So, let's see what we can do. We're making a hose. And this one's going to have another particle effect. And this time, oops, we're going to have a water spray. And it's going to loop continually. But it's not going to play on start either. So first of all, let's see what this looks like. Okay, here's our little hose. And let's just see it first. First we want to prototype slowly by, seeing what we've got. Oh, look! That little tiny squirt cannot put out a fire. And I couldn't lift it up. So, by rapid prototyping and checking constantly, we're able to see what's going to work and what's not. Let's ungroup and make this much more significant of a squirt. Okay, what does that look like from the ground? Where is it? Oh, we can't see it. It's out of our builder space. If that was our hose. Okay, so the water's going in the wrong direction, first of all. There we go. And let's make it back up a little bit so that it's really coming out of the hose. There we go. Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so we're going to group this and we're going to make it grabbable. You're able to do that by opening up your property panel and selecting more. So attributes, behavior, interactive, grabbable. Let's bring it back. Oh, and we want, when we grab it, we want the fire to go away. So let's go back to our script that's with our fire. Let's just kind of open it back up. So when trigger exits, the player is received, hide the fire. But now we want to change this to something better. So when object is grabbed by a player, let's see. Whoa. Okay. When event is grabbed with player, hide fire. Hide fire. And I think we're going to change this grab start to, let's add a variable to hose. No? Okay, well maybe I don't have to connect that, and I just have to connect my actual hose, which is right here, to the script. And I don't have to attach maybe if I put a trigger on the hose? I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what happens. Let's just see. So, oh, now I'm on the icy patch and there's more fire. And what happens when I grab this? Nothing happened. There's still fire. So I know that one way I can solve this is by putting a trigger on the hose and changing this, instead of grab to be like this. And that's when event is grabbed by player is something that I'll learn more in the future. So when triggers entered by player, hide fire. And this is just going to be a new trigger. And there may be totally way better ways to do this, 100%. But I'm just going to learn as I go. And that's exciting for me. So here's the hose. However I grab this loopy part, should make my fire go away. By connecting this to script 8. And oops. And connecting these two objects. So this is the hose. This is the hose, gets connected. No? Script 8. Okay, here we go. Well, maybe this also has to connect to the fire because it's what I want to disappear, actually. So you remember, I'm just learning, failing forward, and I feel comfortable doing this publicly as a way to destigmatize learning and trying new things and the whole process of creating and iterating new ideas and not knowing what you're doing, but making it up and making it work. So, okay, we have our fire. What happens? Oh, I've got to make it grabbable again. And I may have to reattach the script because now it's its own object. Oops. Grabbable. And I do. This is my trigger. So let's reference anything and everything we can. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. Let's see what happens though when I grab it. Oh, there's still fire. Okay, we're gonna figure that out so we can put out some of these fires. And I think it would be really super if actually it all worked. So right now, I'm in the fire, and what if I'm putting it out? Things to continue to work on. Well, this is really exciting. I've had such a fun time working together in this how-to session on Climate Friday. Fridays we'll always try to focus on climate and building a better world and setting our intentions. We are living at a time where we can push boundaries and make the future what we want it. And we definitely want a sustainable, healthy climate that has regenerative justice and systems of equality that are growing stronger for every community. Thank you so much. This is community leader Paige Dansinger here from Better World Museum and Horizon Art Museum's Horizon Art School, where we always put climate first, especially on Fridays. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.